Here's a video on my 1988 Nissan Maxima. This vehicle has been very well maintained. I have owned it for 3 years and have done necessary maintenance to it. This is original paint. No accidents that I know of. As far as that goes, the vehicle drives out really good. It does have a exhaust leak, which I'll start up here in a minute and show you. I finally found the pipe, and I was looking to find someone that I could trust to fix it. Original windshield. And then I was gifted a car by a relative that fits a little better for me. My wife is disabled and needs a little larger car to get into, so that made me want to sell this one. As you can see, the tires are decent, very nice tires. I did change them out a few years ago. This vehicle used to be owned by a retired colonel at MacDill Air Force Base. He died and stopped driving at age 94, and when he stopped driving, the family kept telling him he couldn't drive, but he didn't want to listen to anyone because he was the colonel, and so they had to pile boxes on top of the car in the garage to keep him from driving. I purchased the car at 56,000 miles. It has just over 80,000 miles now. I've been on many road trips in this car. Would not be afraid to get in this car right now and drive anywhere in the country. It's a very nice car. A couple little things that it has wrong, which I will showcase here in just a moment. The seats work. Wipers, radio, air conditioning, freezing cold. It's very nice. Very nice car. Okay, let's look at the trunk. Security system still works fine. If we take a look at the back, we see the pipe. Took me for a while to find the exact pipe. I did find it on eBay. These are the parts that go around that. I've had it patched until I could find the right pipe. There's the first aid kit. Tools are still in place. Original spare under there. This is a 1988 Maxima, so there's a couple of things it does not have, like little trunk lights, so I put these on there, magnetic. Things that do not function. This antenna's just stopped working. I just left it up. Works just fine for me because the radio signals come in. This rear window regulator went out. One day I was sitting at a CVS and all of a sudden it just goes down, so I taped it up. I have removed the tape that I used. All I had in the car was Gorilla Tape. Huge mistake. Anyway, I removed that and put plastic tape up there. I did not repair this, as the window was never put down. I didn't need it. Original floor mats on this car. And let's take a look at the engine. It has had a new alternator put in it, a new battery put in it. That's just standard maintenance stuff. It's a very nice car, like I say. Original hood mounts and all of that. Alright, oops, let's go around here and close this door and we'll take it on a quick drive. The turn signals function as they should. The keypad on the outside will lock, but I can't get the key code to work. I haven't chased it down. The former owner said that it was Mark was the way to get in it, but that doesn't do it. So the speakers are all original, but they work good. This car has not been molested. It was once again adult owned, bought at Furman Nissan here in Tampa, and then they retired down to Missouri. Oddly enough, I found it on eBay, replaced the fuel tank, replaced the fuel pump. It's just a rule that I have with old Nissans. I've owned about 4 of these, and did the standard maintenance. It still has about 1,000 miles left on the oil change. I use Mobil 1 in all the vehicles. As you can hear and see, it's very, very nice. There's no squeaky. There's your exhaust leak. When that's fixed, it'll be much better. These Nissans are good to go for a long mile. My last one, 325,000 miles I drove it to. So they are very good vehicles, and they do last a long time. The only thing that I would recommend and say to you on this one is just keep up with the maintenance and the fuel system. You don't want to let Nissan 300Z engine have a dirty fuel system. It's just not a wise move, at least what I've found. As far as that goes, the car shifts nice. Every last one of these I've ever owned that's an automatic has a small jerk between gears. It's just everything I've ever owned. I never bought a new one, only I've ever owned old ones. This is the lowest mileage one I've had. The Colonel drove it rather slowly, and whenever I got it, I made sure to get it up to speed and blow the carbon out, clean the fuel system completely, and it was ready to roll. The vehicle turns as it should. Everything works. Now the next thing we'll do is I'm going to get out of the car, and I will show you, and by the way, very cold air. I'll show you any little scratches that this car may have. Very honest person. This is not junk, so I just show the problems because I don't want to hear a bunch of, oh well, it's this and it's that and it's this whenever you get here. That's not the way that I want to do that. Okay, shift lever goes back in. By the way, all of these Nissans have an overdrive switch. In town I leave that on. Now if we go down here, you have to go just down into second and up to drive. It's a linkage thing. If it ain't broke, I don't fix it. Okay, we'll turn that off. Alright. Okay, little imperfections. By the way, this is original paint, original clear coat. Little imperfections. There's a scratch right there. It was there whenever I came here. Scratch right there. Now right here is where someone backed into me in a parking lot, and it's popped back out pretty good, but there was a little nudge here. It was really an irritating day. Of course, no note. No. Oh, I'm so sorry I ruined your car. There's a spot right here that something's dripped down or whatever, and it's been touched up rather nicely. On the trunk, I did some touch up back here because this is where they put several boxes to keep the Colonel once again from driving. As you can see, a couple of nudges there. The rear bumper is very nice. I do treat that. That is not something that is waxable anymore. I use a special product on that. I do have a temp tag on this vehicle now for another day or two, just because I want people to be able to see it and drive it. But my other tag is on there. Little dent, little imperfections, scuff, and where the paint's missing. Right here. This where he's rubbed into something. I did not want to have the front bumpers or the rear bumpers repainted, as I like things to stay original. The wheels are in very nice shape. So at any rate, this is the Nissan Maxima. I hope that that you come by and take a look at it, and we can strike up a deal.